Hello everybody, this is a headphone jack and expansion port assembly daughter board, if you will, for the PlayStation Portable 2000. Now, mine is a little damaged. There is a little bit of a corrosion to it, so I'll have to replace it. So I bought one of these from the internet. And here is what it is marked as and what it looks like. And there's a serious problem for this one that I want to I hope everyone will know, which is this port right here, this plastic connector here. It is quite a bit taller than the original one. Maybe not that much on camera, but trust me, when you put it underneath your motherboard like it is supposed to, the port is supposed to be here, it pushes the motherboard up a little bit. And when you reassemble everything, the screen and the home button bar gets pushed up against the top shell. And in my case, this button here keeps getting pressed and causing problems. And after a lot of troubleshooting, I finally found that this is the culprit here. And also the joystick right here is it relies on the motherboard pressing down on it for it to have a good connection. So when the motherboard is up, it doesn't have a good connection and it'll go crazy. So those are the problems I found with this replacement part here. This one. Now, what are the solutions to this? Well, I can try to transplant this connector to here. However, there's a lot of pins and a lot of tiny components right nearby. As you can see, a little group of capacitors or resistors are right there. Another one very close there. Those are very tiny. The tip of a screwdriver. Screwdriver is this big, so it's not gonna be easy trying to remove it. You probably don't want to use hot air to do it because the plastic might melt and other tiny components might go flying, which is going to be a problem because we'll have to reuse this one since we replaced the correct port onto it. So yeah, that's not gonna work. So yeah, that is challenging. Now maybe I can transplant this port onto here. As you can see here, there are a lot of tiny pins here, data pins, and there are 2 rows to it. There's another row in the back, and some grounding or other connections on the side for the headphone jacks on the side. Perhaps if these pins are a little flexible, I can kind of lift this port up this way, like so, while desoldering these pads with a soldering iron and thus lifting it away from the circuit board. However, there are very tiny components again nearby. And since there are 2 rows of these pins here, it might not be as flexible as we might want it to be. So, what I figured out is that since all I need is, a undamaged port for this thing, presumably this is all good except from the port assembly, which is corroded. perhaps I can buy a standalone port part, and I can use a plier or something to destroy this one since it's already broken, and leave like tiny little nubs of soldering pad and a tiny bit of metal on it to easily remove. However, there is only PlayStation Portable 3000 ports online available. I've searched everywhere. So even if I can successfully cut away this one, which is a challenge in itself, it's not as easy as it might appear. I'll have to deal with the differences between 2000 and 3000 ports. And from what I can tell, I think everything is the same except for this pin here. You see the one pin, one pad connection here. For 3000, the pad has been moved to the front, right by the A print there. So if I am to do that, I have to hope that all those other pins line up, pads line up, and I'll have to run a little wire from the front of the jack to the one pad there. And that seems to be the most probable solution for me now. So in case someone else find them in this situation and is looking at buying one of these, yeah, this is what I found. The connector is too thick and it's causing a lot of trouble. And you might only want to replace the connector, which a 3000 might work, as far as I can tell. Thanks for watching.